No more budget blowouts or delays. That's the expectation from Auckland's City Rail Link boss. But he still won't put a date on when the new underground train route will open. Jacob Johnson was there as the Prime Minister, Cabinet colleagues and the city's mayor took the first passenger trip.
Venturing into Auckland's new underground tunnels 40 metres under the CBD. The Prime Minister and former Air New Zealand boss comparing the cab to a cockpit.
Oh, well, it's a bit like that, actually. We were just saying it's a bit like Star Trek warp speed up there, the way the tunnel's lit. It's sort of like...
It was the first time those outside of testing teams were allowed on the 3.5 kilometre twin tunnel route. A long roll call of politicians and high vis still a must.
I'm trying to find out why we got this one.
It'll connect to Auckland's existing rail network, meaning quicker and more frequent trains once it opens. But it's still not clear when exactly that'll be.
Pat, did you want to give us a date?
No.
Since February, these trains have been tested more than 1,600 times, but those in charge of the project say there's still a lot of work to do before the City Rail Link can open.
The only timing assurance they can give is that it'll be open sometime next year. They're now entering what they're calling the most complex phase.
Yeah, ventilation, electrical, lighting, communications. These are all really important systems. We have to test them, make sure they work, and then we have to make sure they work with the existing system that Auckland Transport have.
What started out as a $2.5 billion project in 2016 has now blown out to $5.5 billion. And it's taken 4 years longer than predicted.
Like a lot of things in New Zealand is not handled by people who had experience in projects. We've got to learn, we can do this better. And I'm hoping the government will learn that as well.
We've got a lot of big projects, roads of national significance, schools, hospitals, courthouses, everything to build out, and we need to get better at this, and we need to make this, we need to get it cheaper, better, faster.
Land outside some stations also now cleared for development, including housing.
It's just going to transform the city and the ability to get around it.
Confident this project won't veer off track again. Jacob Johnson, One News.
Welcome, Mr. Peters. Oh.
Thank you for coming. Why do we need that? This is not a safety zone, is it? Well, what's the risk at all, but just you guys say so?
It's,
tell me.
It's just for
protection. No, mate, I'm going on a train ride. I'm not putting on stuff I don't need.
It's simply if we have an incident in the tunnel or something like that, Minister.
No, I used to be a tunnel, worked on a tunnel, mate. So why am I wearing it?
So it's really just so when we get off the train, you can be seen and we can exit.
No, I'm asking for the safety reason. Why are you asking us to wear it?
It's simply for that, for visibility. So we can make sure we look after you and get you off. Not that there's going to be an incident.
There's no benefit at all. I'm serious about not wasting taxpayers' money, mate.
No, I know. We had this gear for all of our visitors, so it's, we're not spending any extra money. I can assure you. I'm sorry about that. Shit. Well, there's some. You can hang on to it. Certainly, you're right. We don't need it in the station.
Who the hell put you up to it?
No, it's part of our health and safety protocols, Minister.
No, you guys are just accepting all sorts of people telling you things. I want to know what the safety thing is. Somebody who used to work 11 miles through the ground in the snowy mountains, I know a little bit about it. There's a far more dangerous job than this one.
Yes, it's probably true in those days. Yeah, I agree.
All right. We're going to say hello to Peter and Dave and Bevan.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you.
That's John Pellick.
Hello, nice to meet you. Are you? Do you need a bit of? You got your vest there? Did you need a vest?
Yeah, I'm going to need it.
Okay, well, you want to come through with that?
What do we need a vest for?
Question. Just for safety reasons, so just in case we all need to evacuate. Is that your vest there?
Yeah, you stay there too.
Oh.
Keep your fingers
I'm not. Hey, who would I be to tell you what needs to happen?
But this is what's wrong with our society. Everybody just falls into place. You've got yellow cones over all the roads. No one's benefiting from it. Everybody's been delayed, and everybody accepts it.
Hello. Hello. How you doing?
Good.
How are you feeling?
Thank you.
This is great fun, isn't it? Oh, mate, it's amazing when you drive in, you see it all. It's incredible. So it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Well done, you. It's really quite good.
Tēnei te mihi ki a koutou
The Mayor's making exactly the same point, a perfectly reasonable one, which is that we want to seriously lift New Zealand's infrastructure. We've got a lot of big projects, roads of national significance, schools, hospitals, courthouses, everything to build out. And we need to get better at this, and we need to make this, we need to get it cheaper, better, faster. So I've got every confidence it'll be ready to go next year. And I just also say, by the time we're opening up the convention centre, opening up the CRL, there's a number of development projects that are happening along the route that have already been talked about, and there's a lot of jobs, a lot of projects, a lot of buildings being built. Did you want to give us a date?
No. But I think we're trying to go as quickly as we can do. We're working with our authorities, Auckland Transport and Kiwi Rail. But there is genuinely a lot to do.
Today is a great milestone for our city and for City Rail Link. It's a transformational project for Auckland and long overdue. Auckland has endured 10 years of disruptive construction since the first enabling works were undertaken downtown. It's been tough on the city and on local businesses who have experienced big shocks of COVID and economic downturns. Finally, 10 years later, our streets will be free of city rail and construction and cones over the next few months, and our city will be open to all.
Look, I trust the team here to get the job done and get us across the finish line. As I said, the two companion projects of the CRL and the convention centre coming together, I think, are incredibly exciting for Auckland. When you see also the convention centre and some of the conventions that are being slated and have been booked in already, pretty exciting times. And as I said, also along this route, there's already huge projects up and running in a way, with developers building in new apartments, new commercial buildings to support density around the actual train stations, and there's going to be very, very vibrant. Good morning. Good morning.
Ron, what is it? Well, those are the days that you guys put a yellow belt.
Yeah, it is good.
Minister of Transport Chris Bishop was the first
everyone.
City Rail Link. Very exciting.
Welcome aboard this test train through City Rail Link today. Before we can welcome passengers on this journey next year, there's a significant program of testing and training.
That station, only that station.
Prime Minister, just want to ask, how confident are you that this project will be up and running next year?
Highly confident. There's a huge amount of work that's gone in over the last 18 months from the Mayor and from all the team and from everybody associated with the Alliance and the building of this event, of this project. So I've got every confidence it'll be ready to go next year. And I just also say, by the time we're opening up the convention centre, opening up the CRL, there's a number of development projects that are happening along the route that have already been talked about, and there's a lot of jobs, a lot of projects, a lot of buildings being built. That's going to be very, very good for Auckland.
This is a long-term project. It's been a long-term coming. It's going to be here for a hell of a long time. Nobody in the room will still be alive when this is still running. So this is so being a day or two late
Simeon
doesn't matter
Brown
much.
could be, Wayne. Never know, Simeon might still be here.
Simeon might make That's true.
The tunnels themselves, once we've started driving the trains, are relatively the same, but it's the environment, the stations, looking at the station now, it's almost a finished product, and you can understand the benefit, for the travelling public when it does open. We've done over 5,000 kilometres of test train running now, spread over since February. We've trained 50 drivers, and if you think that the tunnel's only 3.5k long, to get over 5,000 k of test running, we've been running backwards and forwards multiple times, and the rail systems, the tunnel ventilation systems, the radio systems, all the things that you don't really think of, but it's stuff that has to be tested and certified before we start running passengers. And to be able to run this test train today is a testament to the condition, because up until now we've only been having test crew on trains, where today we probably had 70 70 very important guests on board the train, and it's matured enough that it was considered safe and acceptable. So I think, you know, people should be pleased that what was demonstrated today is what we're going to be able to do when it opens next year.
I was going to ask, so to speed, you're going 70k today, were you, through the tunnel? Yep. And what did it start off when you first doing the testing? What was the speed then?
3. You know, so we started at walking pace, and then to make sure that the train fitted, and then we went to 3k, then we went to 10k, then we went to 25, and then 40, and then over a period of time that we tested the rail systems, the overhead, you know, the 25,000 volt overhead system, and making sure that the train fitted. I know it's a silly thing, but in other parts of the world there have been situations where they built a tunnel and then the train didn't fit. So it was a matter of making sure on an incremental basis that everything works. And we've got to that point now where most people are comfortable. We're nearly finished the initial train testing. Then we move on to station testing, and that's going to run till the end of the year. And then we have emergency services testing. You know, because it is a deep tunnel, nearly 40 metres underground at K Road. It brings in a whole different complexity if something were to go wrong, so we have to practice that. You know, so overall, you know, I know people are thinking, you know, why aren't we opening the tunnel? But it's a journey that we have to go through, the collective we, to make sure that it's safe and before we open. But you know, you think of the people that live out west who want to go go to Midtown. You know, it's transformational. It'll take 15 minutes off a journey. You know, and our Western line is, you know, probably our busiest line from a passenger point of view. To go to Te Waihoratu station, it's 15 minutes quicker. You know, from what would it be a 45-minute journey by train, suddenly becomes 30 minutes.